circles with your knees. And it's really not about like activating the core necessarily. It's just about sort of slowly massaging the lower back and just waking the body up. We can start to incorporate the breath of an inhale to one side and an exhale to the other. And you'll naturally start to notice how your core does like wake up, and you can feel how almost one side gets activated as your knees go to the opposite side. Great, one more in this direction. Cool, let's change the direction, making it super small in the beginning. So almost like not even noticing any big movements. And then as you start to make the circles with your knees a tiny bit bigger, you'll notice that maybe one hip comes off the floor a little bit, which is okay. We're not completely shifting our weight all the way to one side, but I'm also not asking you to keep your entire hip area on the mat. Good. Let's do one more full breath. Cool. All the way back down to the center. Great, you're gonna put the left foot on the floor. You're gonna keep the right knee in tabletop position. And let's float the arms all the way up, facing each other. So your palms are basically facing each other. You're gonna take a deep inhale here. I want you to stretch out the arms to the side. The leg goes all the way to a 45-degree angle. Exhale, come back. Great, now you're gonna bring the arms behind you and the leg doesn't change its direction. So basically we're alternating the arm direction in order to challenge the body to kind of stay stable in different directions. We also allow the shoulders to stretch, wake up the arms, and create a new shape each time we take a space. Inhaling, arms behind or leg reaching out. Exhale, come back. Great, let's do one more here. Great, you're gonna put the foot on the floor and we're already gonna push up with this left leg, and you're gonna basically use your palms as an extra anchor point. And you're gonna engage the core and you're gonna lift up your hips, your lower back, your middle back, and you're coming up into a lifted position just for a moment. Take another inhale here, and I want you to snap your spine down. So we're not worrying at this moment about just lifting and lowering the hips. I really want you to lift up and then we're articulating down. If you feel like the left leg needs to be closer or further, please adjust. So your inhale, lifting up the hips in one smooth movement, and then you're exhaling, slowly curling one vertebrae down at a time. Good, 3 more to go. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, engage the core to slowly articulate downwards. Now, if you feel like it's really too much with one leg in the air, you may absolutely put that leg down so that you have both legs grounded. Cool, 2 more. And then the last time here, using those hands as your extra anchor point, chest stays open, and then exhale, articulate all the way down. Great. Putting the left foot down on the floor for me. Let's float up this right leg on the floor, left leg comes up, and then we bring the arms all the way up here. Inhaling, opening to the side with the arms, leg goes out, exhale, coming on back. Arms go behind, legs stay long. Now remember this concept that the right side is now stable, and we still engage the core. We're still breathing sideways into the ribs, and then extending backwards, right? So those ribs go sideways and back, and then we try and bring that package all the way back into the middle. Two more full sets. And just noticing where you're looking. Are you looking behind you? Are you looking in front of you? Are you looking up towards the ceiling? Right, the idea here is that our neck is not left or right, but really very centered in our body. Cool, left foot stays where it is. Remember, adjust the right if you need to. Inhaling here, prepare, exhale, lift. Good, inhale, and then slowly articulate down one vertebrae at a time. Great, this time we're gonna push up on the inhale, and slowly lower down on the exhale. One vertebrae at a time until your lower back and your hips. Now it's really cool because actually you can float up in one move, but then you see all of that control that you have allowing all of the vertebrae to like have their moment of glory, right? It's like you're really almost stretching the vertebrae and allowing the spine to stay mobile. Almost like you're trying to curl it down as slowly and as articulately as you can. Good. 2 more. Awesome. Last time here. Super. Bringing both knees back down to the floor. And then just open up your knees and just rock side to side, making sure that your hips are happy. Cool. And then squeezing those knees back to your parallel position. You're reaching your arms all the way up by your ears. We're going to take a deep inhale, pushing the arms up. Exhale, head, neck, and shoulders follow. And yes, everyone, we're here in our nice lifted position. Your left hand is going to go behind your head. Your right hand is going to come up by your right ear. You're going to gently twist towards the left side. So you're going to bring the left knee in towards the center. And I want you to almost bring the right elbow to the left hip. And then as you come back, you're going to unfold that left leg, palm goes up. So it's almost like you're creating a little bit of an extra twist through the center by bringing that right elbow to the left hip and then unfolding. But remember, I'm not trying to have the elbow and the knee touch. That's not what I like. I want you to almost reach beyond. So you're inhaling, twisting here. Exhale, weave the ribs together. Good. 3 more. And it's almost like you get to push the space away. So I also like this palm open position. It's like you're pushing it and then twisting at the very end. Cool. Last time here. Let's put the hands behind your head. Bring both knees into your tabletop position. And I want you to see if you can slowly bring the knees over to the right. Your left hip is going to get lifted just a tiny bit off the floor. And you're going to bring those toes down towards the corner of your mat and then exhale them in. Now your upper body is not moving. If you feel at some point that this is too much and you need to put your head, neck, and shoulders down, then please do so. But it's almost like you're coming in as much as you can and you're slowly unfolding, reaching towards the tip of the corner on that lower right side. So we're inhaling, reach. Exhale, bring it all back. Great. 2 more like this. And then your last time here. Great. Slowly back to the center. Take a deep breath. Put the soles of your feet down in the middle. Release your hands. Walk up. Say hi to your knees. And then slowly lower down for me on 3, 2, and 1. Great. You're going to bring your arms all the way back up towards the ceiling for me here. We're going to stay with this right knee and the left knee in towards the middle. So I do like this running concept. So you're going to basically slowly try to run, guiding with your heels. Now at the moment we're not taking huge steps because I still want you to feel how the middle back and the lower back stay very much planted on the floor. You can feel how the hips aren't really going anywhere. They're just doing a nice little forward and backwards movement. And each time you continually move, you have another opportunity to connect a little bit deeper with those deep core muscles by controlling this from a slow, intentional speed. Great. We've got 5 more. And really focus on using that breath to make each move powerful, right? Like you're inhaling here and then you get to exhale out. Good. 2 more. Last time here. Super. Knees come in for a moment. And then let's put the soles of the feet right back down on the floor, reaching your arms behind you, taking another inhale. And then exhale, peeling yourself 1 vertebrae at a time off the floor, reaching long. Cool. This time your right hand goes behind your head, your left arm goes up by your left ear, and you bring your right knee in towards you. So you're inhaling, twisting, bringing the left elbow towards that right hip. Exhale and fold. So 7 more to go. And remember, the upper body ideally isn't going anywhere. All we're doing is twisting on that axis. That right elbow stays super open. And if you find yourself wanting to come down in the middle, like this, It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it, but just really challenge yourself to stay lifted as much as you can. If you find yourself looking up at the ceiling because you can't hold it anymore, then I would rather you come down, right? It's that in-between spot that can often be stressful for the neck. Remember, focusing on keeping that left hip really grounded, so we're articulating a twist through the center, but we're still very much grounded through that left side. Good, 2 more to go. And then last time here. Super hands behind your head. You're gonna float both knees in towards the center. Itch your nose for allergies. And then we're gonna gently bring the knees over towards the left side. So again, your right hip can come up a little bit. I just don't want it up all the way, right? So you're inhaling, slowly reaching towards the outer tip of the lower left. Exhale back. And that support of your hands is pretty intense, meaning like you're gently pushing your hands into your head into your hands. And when you allow your arms to almost push back as well, you allow the shoulders to melt on your back, and you can still activate your arms even if you're using your core. Cool. Got 4 more to go. And seeing where can you reach a tiny bit more, even if you're not actually changing the distance, right? Like I don't want you to necessarily get further, but I want you envisioning how your legs get a tiny bit longer. Maybe you even create a little bit more space in your breath. Maybe you even come outwards a tiny bit more than you did before, but not necessarily noticeable enough to the outside world. Good, last time here. All the way back to the center. Great, and let's slowly float the right leg down and then the left, and then reach your hands all the way up to your knees and slowly melt back down again. 3, 2, and 1. Great, this time you're gonna open your arms to a nice V position, bringing both knees back again into your tabletop position. Cool, you're gonna slowly lower both feet down towards the floor. Remember, you don't have to touch. And when you come back, you're gonna bring your elbows in and stretch up your legs. So it's almost like your arms and your legs are going in different directions. So at the moment, I want you to keep your legs pretty straight up towards the ceiling. And remember, I want you to focus on reaching, like actively reaching, almost like your hands had weights in them. And then you really need to activate that entire arm to bring everything back. Good, 2 more. Great, you're gonna bring your hands all the way up for a moment. Take a deep inhale. And then you're gonna bring your hands behind your head, neck, and shoulders come up, and we open the elbows. So we're gonna do the same concept again without the arms this time. But instead of coming all the way up, I want you to stretch your legs out. And then when you bend, you come back to the center. So you're inhaling, tapping on down. It's almost like you're stopping about halfway, stretching up the legs there. Then you get to bend and come back into the middle. Good. Inhaling, tap. Exhaling, halfway up, stretch up. Great. Rebend and then come back. It's like a nice little stop in the middle for an extra extension and just keeping the core nice and warm. Cool, 2 more to go. Inhaling, tap. Exhale, reach. Great. Inhale, rebend. Exhale, back up. My belly is happily burning. Maybe yours is too. And if it isn't, that's also cool. It's not always about the burn, but I do want you to feel what's happening. Last one for fun. Great, rebending on the inhale and then exhale up. Cool, let's hug ourselves into a nice little package position. And then we're gonna put the soles of our feet right back down to the floor, reach up, say hi to your knees, and then lower down for me on 3, 2, and 1. Great, let's stretch out the legs all the way and come up for our roll up. So remember, if you feel like you need a little bit more space or a little bit more support, then just dig your heels into the ground, stretching those feet out all the way.